I am Cyrus, King of Kings, powerful king, King of Babylon, King of Sumer and Akkad, King of 4 countries. I command all people be free in worshiping their own God, and atheists not harm them.
Iran, a land known for thousands of years as the Persian Empire. A land where 2,500 years ago, and under the reign of Cyrus the Great, the first declaration of human rights and freedom of faith was born. Carved on a simple cylinder, it was discovered in the city of Babylon many centuries later. From the ancient rites of Zarathustra to the prayers of Islam and the realm of mystic dervishes, it's a land rich in spirit. Through invasion, upheaval, and tyranny, the culture and the spirit survives, because at the heart of its nation lies a central belief. A belief in spiritual transformation and freedom of faith, the legacy of Cyrus the Great, passed down for hundreds of years. I am a woman of 2 cultures, East and West. For more than 2 decades, I have lived in the West. My pilgrimage today takes me east, back to Iran, land of my birth, and back to Persia, land of many beliefs, in quest of the spiritual roots and rituals of this ancient land that have survived the centuries. My journey begins in Tehran. Tehran, the capital of Iran, is a city like any modern city the world over. A city with ancient roots, Tehran has adopted a cosmopolitan way of life. But like many other cities in the Middle East, Tehran has developed its own unique public laws. In response to one of the more controversial laws, a dress code requiring women be covered head to toe in public, I saw the younger generation adopting a new East-West fashion statement. Despite numerous public and private restrictions, many Iranians have reached new heights of achievement. And women as well as men have found a path to creative expression as filmmakers, poets, and writers. From the hidden cafes and galleries where artists and intellectuals gather, to open-air parks filled with the vibrant energy of the younger generation, I saw people redefining their role in the modern world. From the children of comfort to children who work and never play, I found Tehran a city of paradox. A place where lives are lived in a constant struggle between Western taste and desires and Eastern rules and laws. But my journey was to take me far beyond, away from the city, away from the familiar, into the heart of an ancient land. As we rode into the Dasht-e-Kabir desert, we passed by abandoned and crumbling walls that once gave shelter from the sun and sand to caravans that carried the gifts of the Orient along the Silk Road, connecting East and West. Now I traveled that same route in search of people, places, and the spiritual traditions, long hidden in remote regions. Echoes from a distant past. A golden dome and turquoise minarets shone from the distant horizon, inviting us toward the shrine of Hazrat Masum, a Muslim saint, in the city of Qom. When the teachings of Islam reached this region in the late 13th century, Persia was monotheistic, inhabited by the followers of Zarathustra, Moses, and Jesus. Unlike his predecessors, Prophet Muhammad believed in one supreme God, Allah. At the shrine, we joined thousands of pilgrims from across the Islamic world who'd come to ask forgiveness and receive a blessing from the spirit of the young female saint buried in the inner sanctuary. For centuries, people have believed in the healing power of the saints to cure the sick in body, mind, and spirit. Along with my male crew, I waited for days under the burning sun for permission to film the shrine. I was not allowed to enter the men's chamber, segregated from women under Islamic law. Unexpectedly, we were given 5 minutes to film inside the women's chamber. To my knowledge, we were the first film crew allowed into this sanctuary. Outside, the women kiss and touch the gilded doorways, a sign of respect offered to the spirit of the saint. Inside, a pavilion of light explodes into a seemingly infinite array of images as colorful tiles dance off a multitude of mirrors. Wall to wall, hundreds of women wrapped in the black chador gather to pray. Some read from the Quran, seeking wisdom from the words. Some whisper the name of God. Others sit in silent meditation. Surprisingly, no one pays attention or objects to the presence of camera or the male crew. Most quietly cover their faces and continue their prayers. Deep within the shrine is the gold and silver case enclosing the body of Hazrat Masumeh, the young woman saint who died here of an illness in the late 8th century. We are caught in the crowd as hundreds of women press forward to kiss and touch her mausoleum. Some make offerings to the saint, hoping to find relief from sufferings, illness, and misfortune. Others lift their children high to contact the healing energy of the spirit within the chamber, believing the saint's power transcends even death. But most have come simply for comfort, the strength, and the hope to carry on. In search of rites and rituals dating to an earlier time, we traveled deeper into central Iran. As we journeyed, I saw layers of past civilizations long hidden within the desert cities. In an earlier time, Islam forbade representation of deities and living beings in paintings and sculptures. Artists were compelled to express their creativity in other ways, and an architectural renaissance arose. The city of Kashan, jewel of the desert, bears witness to this artistic awakening. From the narrow alleys and shapely domes, to ceilings filled with rays of light, even in the arched bazaars. Everywhere, I saw signs of a higher creativity and boundless beauty. Like many seekers who had come before us, we entered the land of the ancient messenger, Zarathustra. Four 4,000 years ago, Zarathustra was born in the northernmost area of Persia. In an epoch of darkness and non-belief, he spoke of an intelligent force, an unseen energy, the god of light. Deep in the womb of the Caucasus Mountains, we reached the sanctuary of Pir Sabz, hidden for centuries. A holy place for Zoroastrians, it is another shrine dedicated to a female saint. It is believed that she escaped to the high mountains to preserve the esoteric teachings of Zarathustra during a time of religious persecution. According to legend, an actual miracle took place when the walls of the cave literally opened, giving her protection from her enemies. Every day, women, men, and children, colorfully dressed in traditional clothing, gather in the hidden sanctuary. They come to read songs from the holy book Avesta and to celebrate their lives on earth. An ancient layer beneath the Islam, the teachings of Zarathustra predates Jesus and even Moses. Zarathustra proclaimed God the omnipotent, Ahura Mazda, the creator of the universe, and that the human soul was created in the image of God. Through his discoveries of the human soul and mysteries of the universe, he came to believe that two forces control the world. Sepentamenu, the positive force of goodness, manifesting in the world as light, and Ahriman, the negative destructive force of evil, manifesting as darkness. The dark force, he believed, was not an independent entity, but existed solely within the human mind. Zarathustra proclaimed the only path to happiness was to purify one's own thoughts, so that from the seeds of good thoughts, good words, and good deeds would bloom. As followers of this ancient messenger offer their prayers to Ahura Mazda, they burn incense and light candles to purify their spirits. Zoroastrians built temples in the high mountains where they still come to perform rituals around the fire. This fire has been kept alive for thousands of years, a symbolic reminder of the divine illumination within the human soul. The legacy of this most ancient messenger remains one of joy and love. I'd heard the stories of the incredible men known as dervshes, living in the rugged, distant mountains of Kurdistan. We came at last to the remote village of Najjar, inhabited by farmers living a simple lifestyle. Throughout history, the Kurdish people have practiced mysticism as a way of life, even while continuing their long fight for independence. Inside the Sufi center, we were welcomed by Sheikh Najjar, one of the spiritual leaders of the Qadiriyya path. The dervishes come from many different walks of life, young or old, educated or simple farmers. They share a common belief. All are equal here as they come before God. The Western world knows about the dervishes and their whirling dance of Sama through the 13th century Persian mystic, Maulana Jalaluddin Rumi. Rumi, a poet and a scholar, reached a state of enlightenment under the guidance of a wandering dervish and practicing Sufi known as Shams Tabrizi. Rumi expressed his enlightened state in his poems, and through them has been a messenger of love and consciousness for over 700 years. Though it is believed to have branched out of Islam, the mystical apparition of dervishes also has roots in the older Christian and Zoroastrian teachings and rituals. Dervishes are often depicted as wanderers, pilgrims on a spiritual quest in search of mysteries of the universe. In their long journey in search of esoteric knowledge, they carry a bowl, symbolizing their willingness to receive that which comes from God. Dervishes believe in the existence of two worlds, the physical and the virtual, the seen and the unseen. In order to travel to the unseen world, they believe it necessary to reach the state of enlightenment. And from that state, the chosen ones will hear the voice of the universe. Throughout history, many dervishes have been persecuted, accused of blasphemy, and even killed for openly revealing esoteric knowledge. Forced underground, they kept the path open to devoted seekers in order to hand down the mystic knowledge. Their secret meetings take place in centers known as Khanaqah. Many are still closed every day. As Rumi said, Jesus reached the crucifixion because of his message of love. Men from areas throughout Kurdistan gather to perform their sacred ritual known as Sama. Sama means to hear or to listen, and it is during the ritual of Sama that the dervish opens himself to hearing God. It is traditionally taboo for women to enter the men's circle, but out of respect for our long pilgrimage, Sheikh Najjar allowed me to watch from a window. Islam forbids music and dance in secular life, but inside the Khanaqah, the ritual of Sama begins with the rhythm of the daf. An ancient instrument like the shaman's drum, the daf is sacred to these mystic men. Like yogis, dervishes keep their hair long, wrapping it beneath the turban. As they start the ritual, the men let their long hair flow, whipping back and forth, with the rhythm of the dance. As the beat of the drum speeds up, they enter a state of trance. Some meditate, some levitate, some whirl, some chant, all in a state of ecstasy. As the mystic poet Rumi described the Sama, dancing is not rising to your feet painlessly like a speck of dust blown in the wind. Dancing is when you rise above both worlds, tearing your heart to pieces and giving up your soul. The ritual lasted for hours. When at last they returned to a normal state of awareness, I saw men leave with a look of inner peace and a certain smile on their face. While in the village of Najjar, I discovered the presence of women dervishes. They'd gathered to offer prayers to the spirit of dervish saint, MysticIran, buried within the mausoleum. Khalifa Shanae, the spiritual leader of the group, is a woman of modern wisdom and gave us permission to film the Sama during their pilgrimage through this remote region. Though women have been practicing the mystic knowledge for centuries, their existence has been hidden from public view. It is forbidden for women to dance or sing in public, but once again, the ritual of Sama begins with the sound of the daf as the women whirl and chant the name of Allah. Dervishes practice sama as a way to see further, beyond the ordinary senses, beyond the material world, to reach the higher state of consciousness. Some have visions, others chase away bad spirits, but all experience the presence of God within their heart. The role of a spiritual leader guiding the sama is to watch over the dervishes while in the mystical realm. Induced by their movement and sound, their hypnotic trance state deepens, and Khalifa Shonay helps the women back to a normal state of consciousness. Inside the mausoleum, all sit for a moment of joyful tears, whispering the name of the beloved God. A dervish gives the secret of the universe in every breath for free. Not the one who begs his daily bread, but the one who flows with life as charity. At lunch, we joined the women dervishes as they sat beneath walnut trees to soften the sun and enjoy the company of family and friends. Khalifa Shonay explained that to be a dervish means to live a simple life, away from material attachments, away from worldly desires, and in the presence of God at all times. Fascinated by these dervish women, their spiritual state, and their simple lifestyle, mountain to mountain and village to village, we followed them, becoming wandering dervishes ourselves. In the next village, we saw women dervishes preparing food for the traveling pilgrims and the day's rituals. We found Dervish Mehru among a group of women baking bread in a primitive cavern. Like many others, Mehru refuses to communicate in front of the camera. When a woman begins to sing, this everyday scene suddenly transforms into a surreal moment. As her companions keep working, Mahru begins to chant, lament, and cry. She is in another world. In a personal trance state, she begins to rub her hand on a burning piece of wood. It is believed that in a state of trance, dervishes can transcend the physical senses, achieving control of mind over the body. As her trance intensifies, Dervish Mahru grabs a piece of wood from the stove and swallows the fire just as a woman crosses in front of the camera. With every utterance of Allah and Yahu, smoke comes out of her mouth. According to the dervish women, the fire eating was not something we were meant to see or film. Some believe the inner fire experience during trance is so intense, it drives mystic to reach for the outer fire to quench the burning within. As Mahru moves deeper into a state of ecstasy, she approaches the fire once more. This time, she begins to dance on the burning embers. The women try to stop her, but only because of the camera. Mahru told us later that it is customary for both male and female dervishes, like yogis, to eat fire or cut their body and remain unharmed. While it may appear to the outside viewer as a spectacle, the goal of these practices is to weigh their mystic power and will and to strengthen their faith. The situation is getting out of hand, and Dervish Mahru is helped out of the cavern by her friends and carried away to finish the cycle of Sama in privacy. Everywhere the murmur of departure. The stars like candles, thrust at us from behind blue veils. And as if to make the invisible plain, a wondrous people have come forth. Back in their home in the city of Sanandaj, the women gather with Khalifa Shanae for their weekly ritual. Dervishes believe the heart is the seat of cosmic knowledge, and the meditation, chanting, prayers, and sama are the means to open the heart. After meditation, they chant a mystical mantra. It is believed that the chanting of the words clears the mind. The sound of the music purifies the soul, and the motion of the body ignites the state of bliss. In the mystical world, this brings forth love. It is common for dervish women to grow their hair down to their knees. Like the men, it flows freely during the ritual of Sama. But because of the filming, they covered themselves. Though the mature women are restricted by their efforts to keep their scarves on, with the rhythm of the music, they begin to forget our presence as they immerse themselves in the dance. A young dervish loses her scarf, freed in her movements. She enters fully into the trance state with ease. The cycle of Sama allows the dervish to transcend the everyday self by transforming her state of awareness through the power of the ritual. Again, the words of Rumi. If you could get rid of yourself once, the secret of secrets would open to you. The face of the unknown, hidden beyond the universe, would appear on the mirror of your perception. They say love is the end of silence, the beginning is chaos, but the end is tranquility. Modern man explores the universe from the outside. The mystic explores the universe from inside, both in search of God. Nearing the end of our journey, we join hundreds of women in the remote desert village of Varzane. Side by side, echoing a tradition of years of discipline, they pray. They pray with the belief that the sound of their prayers, offered with one voice, transcends the material world and moves onward to God. And then they sit in silent meditation, listening, waiting, knowing that God will answer in time. A mystic's way to converse with God. Later, we followed the women to the cemetery. Every Friday, the holy day of the week, they gather to pray the spirits of their loved ones. Dressed in ghostly white chadors, they adorn the graves with joyful colors, offering rose water, flowers, and sweets to the spirits. These women view life on earth as a caravan, moving across the celestial horizon. Passing through life, the soul settles briefly for the night. And at dawn, it disappears into the infinite distance beyond. Made of the earth, the human body returns to earth. But the soul rises above the material world, transcending all. In the end, the soul is married once more to the beloved, God from whence it came. Only love and freedom, the gifts of the Spirit, remain. My spiritual journey had taken me from the land of Ahura Mazda to the realm of Allah. I came to believe there is only one God, the God of light and goodness and joy. A God who abides not on the mountains or in the oceans, nor the cities or the sanctuaries, but in the human souls who worship there. From the heart of the desert to the distant mountains, I searched for the incredible men and women of legend and lore. They showed me the secret of life, that is goodness, radiating from the human heart that holds the universe in harmony. From the teachings of sages and wise men, I discovered that the roots of hatred and destruction emanate from the human mind and not from God. Looking back on the long history of the people of this land, I understood now that with the power of faith, no force or tyrant can stop people from claiming the freedom to follow their own hearts. The legacy of Cyrus the Great will continue to resonate here for generations to come. Echoes from the past will live on.